Daniel read it twice, 3 times. By the end, he was gripping the paper so tightly it crumpled at the edges. Memories. Flooded back, not the shouting, not the night he left, but earlier days. The smell of fresh bread cooling on the counter, his mother humming while she folded laundry. The way she used to stand at the end of the pier, waving until his fishing boat disappeared. He hadn't let himself think about those moments in years. But along with the warmth came the sharp edge of anger. He remembered the last night vividly. The bitter argument about his father, the half-truths, the slammed door, and the cold silence that followed. For hours, the letter sat on the arm of his chair. Daniel poured himself a drink, then another. He told himself he wouldn't answer, that some wounds weren't meant to heal. But he couldn't stop seeing her handwriting, couldn't stop hearing her voice and the words. And the thought crept in, unwelcome but persistent. What if she doesn't have much time left? That night, Daniel lay awake, staring at the ceiling. By morning, the decision was made, though he didn't say it out loud. He packed a small bag, bought a bus ticket to Maine for the first time in 12 years. Daniel Doyle was going home. The bus from Boston to the Maine coast took nearly 6 hours. Winding past pine forests, crumbling barns, and small towns with names Daniel hadn't heard in over a decade. He sat in the very back, a duffel bag at his feet, watching the landscape. Change through a streaked window. With every mile north, the air seemed sharper, saltier. The accents of the passengers shifted to vowels, stretched, consonants softened. It was the sound of home, though Daniel didn't know if it still belonged to him. He thought about turning back more than once. At a rest stop in Portsmouth, he stood outside under the gray sky, smoking a cigarette, staring at the buses pulling out in the opposite direction. But something kept him rooted. Maybe it was curiosity. Maybe guilt. Maybe the letter folded and tucked in his jacket pocket like a weight he couldn't put down. By the time the bus pulled into Harbor Street, evening had settled in.